howlers.
Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of Fade to Obsidian. I am Skipper, joined as always by Crescent, and joined this random day of the week that is not a normal release day by our artist in residence, Caroline Krunchy, aka Backstitch, aka HearthWeaver. Thanks for joining us, Backstitch. Thanks for organizing this.
It's just a little idea because it got sent out last week. But I just thought that we're talking about the artist series. We should do it. So
yeah. All right. Well,
100%.
Tell us what we're looking at today. Whose art are we talking about?
So we're looking at the artist edition illustrations that Lit Escalates sent out last week. They sent out 10 illustrations that are from forgive my pronunciation. I know he's French, but it's Marc Simonetti. So forgive my pronunciation. I'm terrible with all of that. But oh my God, like his work is astounding. So we have, like I said, Let Escalate sent these out to some of the different influencers last week. I'm sure everybody's seen them going around, and everyone's been making their hype, both reels and posts and everything else. And everyone's very excited about them. So, but I just thought it would be cool to come on here and talk about them a little bit. So, you guys have had a chance to look at them, right?
No,
I'm sure you guys saw.
Have not.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, that's so exciting. So.
Yes. So we'll go through today. Yeah. And I saw the one that I jokingly was like, who did it better? And then that's it. We'll talk about it when that comes up. But other than that, there was the moment you messaged me being like, hey, we should do this. Is I went, okay, horse blinders on, which is funny because I think I shared some of them, but like it was one of those like I would like the first.
I was gonna say I'm impressed you haven't been like super spoiled yet.
No. Crescent, have you seen them? Have you been looking?
Yes. Yeah, I have.
Okay. All right. Well, let's jump in.
Okay. So we have the first one here, which everyone has kind of been seeing, I think, since the beginning. This might have been like the first images that were on the preview website before you could really like look at all the different editions and everything. And it was just kind of like the countdown timer, the things that they've used in the backgrounds, like displaying for the which I mean is fair because I think this one might be my favorite one out of all of them. I don't know, it's just so dynamic.
Yeah.
And it just like there's so many different things. The more you look at it, the more like little things you see on it. And I keep noticing just like initially I didn't realize at first, like when you saw like kind of zoomed in or it was in the background of something, that these were the pit vipers and that sort of thing. And I'm like, holy shit. So now that we have the full image, I'm like, oh, now I spot it there. And just all that kind of good stuff. And like you can really zoom in on these.
Oh wow, holy shit. Yeah, those
like,
are
I mean, all of these you can zoom in
quality.
so close, which that was one thing that, like I said, I really wanted to highlight in the reel that I posted about these. Was I was like, I want to show people like how detailed these are, because it's not just like sometimes concept art and stuff like that can be a little bit sketchy, and sometimes you might get that vibe from these, but it's like, no, these are very intentional and super high definition. So and
incredible.
Like I'm trying to zoom in as much as I can, but there's actually so much detail in the suit and the sling blade and like all the way down the claw drill and everything. So highly recommend go look it over with a fine-tooth comb later once you download it, because these are actually like super HD. So
that's so cool. You call out of like, I thought when you first opened it like that those were wires until I could see the head
that's what I
of
thought
the snake.
Too.
And then, as I say, it looks like rocks maybe coming out, and it's like, oh, that's the claw drill. Like those are all mechanical. Like, it's so cool.
And I think that one thing that Marc had said, like in the video clip that both Curious Kings and Lit Escalates shared was that he was like, in the beginning of the book, like you really get a sense of a feeling that this is like hell, and he's like, and I really wanted to like show that here, and I'm like, yep, I get the vibes. It is there. It is coming
the vibe is
through.
there.
So yeah, but yeah, I think that this is actually like my phone background right now personally. So I don't know, I love it. Like this one, and then it's hard to see, but back there it's Joel's that he did for the Kickstarter a couple years ago too. I managed to find one that somebody was selling online, and for a while, I don't know, there's just something about all of like the like very beginning Helldiver images everybody does, because even the ones on the newest edition for the dust jackets that Lit Escalates did last year, I was like,
you talking that one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. I'm like, there's just always just something. I know that it's like iconic. I mean, it's Helldiver. It's got to go hard. Like they're always just so good, and this definitely does not disappoint. So yeah.
Yeah, this absolutely evokes the feeling that I got the very first time I read Red Rising. Like this was the scene that hooked me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, any other comments, questions, concerns before I move on to the next one?
I mean, we could sit here and stare at it all day, but I think you covered it.
That's
I like the Lambda cane on there.
Yeah, I did see that just now too. I was like, I'm not kidding. Every time I look at it, I see something new. So yeah.
I did not notice that. Yeah, incredible.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay. So here's another one of the claw drills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, those, like that's insane.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that. Oh my god. They're like spiders. Like, I don't know. That's
fucking War of the Worlds shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I love that like you can get an idea about how big these things are with the Helldiver being right up here.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, yep, I definitely get the vibes of being in like the pits of hell, and that sort of thing. So it just, another one that just is very, very good. So I don't know. I like this one a lot. I think I've seen some comments from people being like, never did I ever picture, the claw drills being like, looking like this. And I think that for me, they looked more like in my head, like the diggers in the Silo TV series. That was like, as soon as I saw them, I'm like, that was it. That's it. But I'm also like, yep, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, that's a claw drill, too. So I don't know. It's just interesting how differently everybody pictures them sometimes.
Well, and like me personally, I feel like I didn't know what they would look like. So in my mind, it was closer to like farming equipment, but it makes total sense of like it would be you have to cling on to things. It's not always going to have some kind of pad. Like it makes total sense for this. I'm also now trying to think of when they shoot them in space of like seeing these spiral towards basically a spaceship to take it down. Like absolutely would this be able to like cling on to I like it.
Yeah, so in canon they are described as essentially this part of the arm from the elbow down.
Okay.
And the cockpit would be up here, and Darrow talks about everything being momentum, and if you don't keep switching the bits, it jams. So I think for the most part they wouldn't be like hanging off the side of something.
Yeah.
Like obviously it's just a different interpretation of it, and it's sick as fuck regardless.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
so cool. So cool.
Agreed. Okay, so next one.
This one I have seen because I think they early released this.
This was like the very first image that was released.
Yeah. And again, I mean, just look at the amount of detail and everything in this is just absolutely bonkers, and I love it.
All the red symbols
this
are just
gives
hidden.
Me like Kowloon Walled City vibes.
What was it?
The Kowloon Walled City. I think it's in Korea.
Okay.
Or was in Korea.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
But yeah, just once again, where I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I mean, it was one where I'm like, I figured that the images we were getting were going to be like this, like
Yeah.
this big. And then when I actually realized that I could zoom in, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be poring over these forever. I'm like, I love them so much. So they're pretty stellar. So,
Incredible.
I mean, and it's just one
Mhm.
that like you can really tell, like, you expect people who do like whether it's overlays or cover illustrations or even for fan like rebindings and stuff like that, you'd expect that like the artist would probably read the books or be super into them and that sort of thing. But like I feel like he definitely like took major notes, and then like if he had like a specific vision, like probably made sure to take, like I said, major notes about it, like, okay, this is how we want to frame it, it needs to look like this,
Yeah.
I have an idea about this. And yeah, I'm like, it just, the attention to detail and the time and the care definitely comes through on everything. So I don't know, it just,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Are those grays with stun pikes on the little like
Yep.
floating? Oh
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah! I think they're with scorchers, but
Yeah.
still.
Still.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Yeah, I mean, and it's one where like I definitely like getting an idea about what it all looks like, because it's one in my head I definitely pictured like a lot more dirt caves,
I
and that
was
sort of
old
thing. But I can
timey.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
definitely
too.
see this,
Yeah.
being much more it, especially when you have so many people who are, working and, doing
Yeah.
all of this mining and everything that keeps the rest of the world, going and that sort of thing, is that they're going to be on top of each other and it's not going to be like that. So,
Yep.
but yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this one's the
All the bubble
garden.
garden.
Oh,
Hmm.
great. Now I'm going to cry. Thanks for this. So
So like
cool.
all the pipes and everything hidden
God,
back in
Yeah.
there.
And she's next to the grate.
fireflies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so sweet. Just
Yeah.
beautiful. And like that moment of peace is what you get, especially up against what
Hmm.
you saw in that all three of those previous ones of like the action, the busyness of it all, and then to have this
Hmm.
one is just like a moment of serenity and like that moment that you get in the book of like here's some calm before it
Hmm.
all fucking
Yeah, before the
lets
storm.
loose
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
it's great.
I don't know, I love the cooler tones on this one compared to like the last one was a little bit more neutral, but the first two, obviously, because,
Yeah.
he wants it to look like hell. It's a lot more, hot, warm tones and that sort of thing. In
Yeah.
this one, I think because it's supposed to be a little bit more peaceful, some more greens, some more blues in there, and definitely conveying that, like you said, moment of calm and serenity and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So before everything goes bad, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. It just I don't know. I like that one a lot too.
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
So this one has been like on some of
This
the
was
different
rough.
postcards and that sort of thing
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
around. And again, this is another one that it's insane, like
Oh, I
how
did
much
not
you can
ever
zoom in.
notice. I assume Severo.
Yeah, I would. I
Yeah.
I
think so
have
too,
the
since he's
Yeah, I have to
I have the
imagine.
yeah.
postcard and I did not notice that someone's sitting
Yeah,
there.
I don't know if he was in it. I don't have mine like readily available to look at
Yeah.
it, um but yeah, though. And then Castle Mars in the background, I'm
That's so
assuming.
cool.
I
Yeah.
think. I'm not sure because that doesn't look like the symbol, but maybe it is. So,
Yeah,
um
I think it's gotta be
I would assume so, but yeah.
red on black.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's so
But
cool.
yeah. So, and I just like trying to, I think, capture like the Highlands and that sort of thing. Definitely did it right here.
Absolutely.
Like where Castle Mars is at and that sort of thing. So I don't know. I like that one a lot too, and it's very moody. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, and I like that like I always pictured Castle Mars as like yeah, Highland ruins almost.
hmm.
But they are with how sharp the corners and everything is makes it a little bit you can tell it's like okay we're not actually in the 11th century over here like
Right. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
just brings it that little bit yeah
Hmm.
This also does give a little bit of scale to when Darrow climbs the cliffs up to
yeah
Castle Mars.
Hmm. Like just how much of a climb it really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
yep
Hmm. Okay. But yeah, I love Severo just hanging
yeah
down, hiding in the bushes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm
Oh.
assuming
That's
this is
beautiful.
Darrow and Cassius.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
has to be, anyways.
100%.
But
Aw,
again, another gorgeous view.
having
You
their
got
heart to heart
little
and
House
seeing
Mars
things.
detail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say another serene moment before things go badly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Very
I
Highland
just
feels there.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's another one. I don't know. And it's just I kind of like that there isn't a whole lot of, with the exception of, I think, really one, there isn't a lot of like super face detail, and it still kind of leaves all of the characters a little ambiguous and that sort of thing. Like I said, with the exception of one, and you'll see when you get there. So,
Okay.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't know, because I think that that's kind of nice to still give the readers the ability to picture them how you want, and that
Yes.
sort of thing. So, which I
Yeah.
think is always a good thing in my opinion. But I mean, not that I'm knocking anybody who is like I personally I adore like the Subterranean Press versions where it is very detailed face and that sort of
Yeah.
thing, and I love those too. But there's just something about this too that I'm like, oh, it's still giving the readers the opportunity to put a face to the characters and that sort of thing too. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
so here they are, our dumb boys getting
I
chased into the lake.
love this scene. And it is exactly like I had to laugh that I'll put up now my added in
Yes.
version of it. That it is almost like I feel like because that scene is so descriptive, it's like
Yeah.
it's very easy. But yeah, I just love that they did it. I was like, yes, that is the one that always lives rent free in my mind of them just hiding in the lock and Mustang being like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll wait.
Yeah.
But again, they're all just super duper detailed and everything.
Yeah.
I
Incredible.
was gonna say, even the mountains back there and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I love it. I love it. It's so pretty. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
okay. And then we have the boys fighting.
That's really cool. Just in it's almost so simple in a way of just the two figures in black versus the white background. Like
Yeah, I mean, and that's one that like at least with the graphic audio, I did feel like was I don't want to call it a simple scene because it wasn't, but it's just one where it was like that was a much shorter fight than I kind of expected it to be, sort of thing. But also at the same time, I get it. But just and that could just be my I don't know. I don't want to say bias, but for lack of a better term, of reading other books where the main character always comes through and that sort of thing. And it's like, nope, he literally just got like shoved a sword through
he
his
just
gut and
got
left him there,
gutted. Yeah.
and it was like that.
yeah.
So, but yeah. But I do think that it's definitely one of the more important scenes to definitely put in here and that sort of thing too.
For
So,
sure.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
absolutely a pivotal one and sets the tone
yeah.
for
Mhm.
everything that comes after, which is great. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
and
like
then
how you say
literally,
that simple
yeah.
thing because when I just did my read through, my brain often wanders, especially if I've read a book before. I like think of other things and come back. And this is one that like my brain wandered during and then I was like, is it done? And hold on, go back 2 pages, reread.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, am I already at?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already at the end here. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I like that one. Like, and it's not because I think people would also kind of expect to be this like high contrast on this one, but I kind of like that it's not, that it's a little bit more muddied and that sort of thing, or not muddied, but like foggy, I guess, and that sort of thing, a little bit more
Yeah,
faded.
subdued.
So yeah, but
Yep.
yeah, I like that one a lot too. Here you go.
Yeah. Fucking.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Yep.
Oh my god, and he's cutting it. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna have to censor this or not, I guess, for YouTube, or if we're far enough in.
We're
I don't know.
18 plus.
What'd you say?
We are
Yeah,
18
18
we're
plus.
18
Okay. All right.
plus, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So, but yeah, it was just one. I saw this one. I'm like, boy, that's jarring. Like, if there is a face that needs to be very defined, it's got to be that one because he's a psycho and you
shit.
get it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. hmm
I'm like, look at the face of the guy behind him.
I know. He's like,
All of
holy
them are like,
shit.
What the
what?
fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's like, did he really just do that? Like, okay. So, but yeah.
Yeah. And their
And
sigils,
like, you
like you can see
definitely,
their sigils
yeah.
so clearly in that one.
And you definitely get a feel that like Castle Mars is freaking huge on the inside too. So it
Yes.
matches, the previous one and that sort of thing too. So, or no, this isn't Mars, is it? Is it?
No.
Not.
It's not. It's
It's.
Jupiter?
Yes. No, they have gone to Bacchus.
that's what
Oh.
yeah. Oh yeah, because the
The
wine
wine.
in quotation marks. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Grape juice.
Yeah,
I think
the grape juice.
it
But
is Jupiter.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
is
and then I just like the
crazy.
fur textures and that sort of thing too, for
Yeah.
how subtle it is. You can still tell what it is. I like personally, like I said, as a cosplayer, or I've said in the past, I like being able to see like what the interpretation of the, uniforms, I guess, are
Yeah.
for here and that sort of thing. So, which is neat. So, because I like to see everyone's different interpretations and how they picture it. So, but yeah, so he's a
Absolutely.
psycho, and that definitely
Oh my
comes through.
God.
So, and I think this might be the only one where it's Google Drive isn't letting me zoom in super duper far, but when I have it downloaded, you can actually see some more. Oh, you can see it a little bit here, but you can see it on his hand too, some of the gold sigils and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
It's cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
you can see it on his other hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. So, but it's very, very fine. So, but yeah. So, and it's just very moody again. I like the halo
Yeah.
lighting here, and then just the
Very
bottom
much
half of the face.
God, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
lighting on his face is perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
This one also just
So
absolutely fucks.
cool.
Yeah. Another just freaking dynamic one where you're like,
Yeah.
yep, I am definitely looking straight down like the side of a mountain,
Yeah.
and yeah, and then the
I
detail,
love that
everything. Yeah.
armor and how shiny it is, and especially in comparison to the last few we've seen of the Institute, that is all like, oh, we're medieval, we're in the Highlands. This is the sudden like reminder, this is science fiction. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back to sci-fi.
we are
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
really excited to
future.
see the future, like, because they said that they're going to do, obviously these collector's editions for all the books and everything. And I'm like, "Ooh, I can't wait." Not that I have any more room for any more armor to make, but so
But you might
Yeah.
just make room, is what I'm hearing.
yeah, we'll see. Okay, so this is the one that Jenna posted, where she's got
Oh,
interlay and that sort of thing, because
yes.
she did
Oh,
post
yes.
the clip from the book with this, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Jenna Sharp voices Mustang in the graphic audio. Highly recommend. That's how I started the series and how I will continue with it.
We love
But
her.
yes,
We do.
yeah. So she went ahead and posted this with a clip from it, and just with them talking when they're trying to kind of hide away and everything. So
That's super cute. I love that.
yeah, me
That's
too.
amazing. Yeah.
And then we have Joel. I'll bring up him because he did the reversible side of the dust jacket. The one side is the
Yeah.
Helldiver one, and then he did another one with the very end of the book, which I think that's pretty cool to have, like, one of the first, scenes of the book on one side, and then like one of the last scene, on the other side, and that sort of thing. So, go ahead and pull that up. And don't know if you guys can hear.
Hey man, I
There we
need
go.
you to make
Can you
a
hear it?
painting for the Red Rising Special Edition. You'd seen the ones I did for Joe Abercrombie and just been stewing in jealousy and covetousness. So, I spent over 200 hours of painting for the new Red Rising Special Edition. Follow along.
figure we can
Yeah.
pause here and there and talk about some of the different little bits here and there. So first of all, Nero, obviously.
Gorgeous. With the red
And-
cape.
Not what I thought Nero looked like.
Me neither, but I still
No.
like him.
No.
He's still very
Oh, absolutely. He's
imperious.
yeah, it absolutely fits Nero like as a
Yeah.
character,
Hmm.
Yeah.
but not how I pictured him.
Yeah, and then I like the glimpse of like, I'm assuming like they're Praetorians, you know, in the back and that sort of thing, in their
Yeah.
armor, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's pretty cool. So, and then I don't know, I like the snow in this too,
like
and you
the
just
snow,
like it just is
yeah.
very stark with everything else.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then that's the other side of it. So we've got
The gold.
armor
So
and
cool.
everything. Mm-hmm. And
Oh,
then
and the
I like
ships in the background.
in the background
It took
too.
me a
Yeah.
second to
Mhm.
realize that's what those
Yeah.
were. I was like, some clouds. Ships.
Yeah. So, but yeah, definitely believe that this was 200 hours worth of work. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just stunning, like everything he does.
Yes.
I guess now that this painting's public, I actually got a chance to consult on this.
Yeah. Crescent.
Joel reached out to
Explain.
me.
Oh yeah, I did see his
He
comment
said
saying
they were
thanks.
they were all packed up for their move, and he was like, "You're the best resource for me right now.
Yep.
Help." And he was looking for details about Darrow's wolf cloak and the armor he's wearing. So yeah, I got a chance
Yeah.
to do that. That was
Yeah,
fun.
that's pretty cool. Let's
Yeah.
say so you had a hand in a whole beauty being created,
Mhm.
and that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Do
I
you
know I just summoned you earlier today,
Yeah.
yesterday, being like, "Hey, give us details on this," or said, like
Mhm.
Skipper, grab Crescent, and you're like, "I'm already here," and I'm like, "Perfect."
The
I'm on
thing
it.
to know about
Yeah.
our Instagram is that while Crescent doesn't usually, I don't think you really ever post, and doesn't typically answer the DMs, he is reading all of them. Like people
Okay.
that we had
I at
someone
least
else
see
was
them
like,
come in.
someone messaged today asking me a question about like, do you think Crescent would mind? And before, like, I was napping and Crescent's like, I'm here. You can just ask me the question. It was funny. But it's really funny to be the other person on this, that this is not the only time Lit Escalates has reached out to Crescent to be like, hey,
Zero surprise. Yep.
we need some support here. Can you advise? And it's really funny. I just get to watch the back and forth and be like, oh, look at Crescent go. So, yeah. Kudos to you, Crescent.
Yeah,
But-
there's a little bit else that I got a chance to consult on in this, but I won't talk too much about that yet.
Yeah, that's fair. But now you have me intrigued, and I want to
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think about the other images we've seen so far, because there's 24 total in the new book coming out, which is awesome. I
Mhm.
mean, and I'm excited to see all of them. But there's the Darren Mustang one that Jenna posted, and I feel like there was something else that we've seen. Oh, there's the Darrow looking out at the city and realizing like the entire place has been terraformed already.
Right.
And like
I
washed
have
up
not
against the
seen that
window.
one.
I think
I
it was
think
on
I've
the
seen that
opposite
one.
side of the postcard that went out, and it was
Yeah.
like there was just at the bottom of it, and then the top was like some information about it and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think here. I know I've seen.
Sure, I have
something
that somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah. I also have
but
that.
yeah. So I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm excited
very cool. I'm
to
very
see the rest
excited
of
for
them.
these.
So I love all of this, and I love seeing like as much as obviously I'm a digital art person. You know, I'm like and I am not a painter even a little bit. I unfortunately had to take them as a prereq in college, and I did not enjoy, and I was not good at it even a little bit. So I just admire like everybody, you know,
Yeah.
from Joel and Marc to like Skylar and like some of the other people who've done like some
Yeah.
really insane, especially on like the big canvases. I'm like, you guys are nuts. Like, I don't know how you do it, because it just is something that has never made my brain work that way. So it's just, and I love, like I said, I love watching the time lapse of Joel. Like, I'm so glad that he set something up to like do this whole thing, because I'm like, just watching it all come together is So good.
Yeah, I always think back to when he did. It must have been for Lightbringer, the one of the planets, and he did a time lapse
Yeah.
of him
Oh yes.
drawing the. Is it Europa? He's doing. I think it's one
Yeah,
of the
I'm pretty
moons.
sure it was Europa.
Yeah, and like I'm so impressed with him every single
Yeah.
time. Everything he does is incredible. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
But
Oh, he did
yeah.
Io and Europa.
Io in Europa.
Looks like an
Oh,
ultrasound,
okay. Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
not.
I know. I love those new illustrations too in each of the books and that sort of thing. So I don't know. And then he, what is it, did the complete sets of the sigils, the house
Yeah.
sigils. Um, did the reversible jacket. I'm trying to remember everything. I know that Lit sent me like the rundown in the message when I was like, "Hey, yeah, I'd love to make a little,
Yeah.
video highlighting all this." And they're like, "Here's all the extra information." I'm like, "Thank you."
Perfect.
So, and it was just really, really cool to see everything that's coming our way. And I don't know, and I like just for the amount of work, especially that went into the artist edition, like
Yeah.
all of these, whether they were hand painted or sorry, I was incorrect earlier. I think Marc actually is digital because he showed some of his process and that sort of thing, and then it was in Photoshop, and he did some rendering and stuff like that, like some 3D rendering to I think get perspectives and that sort of thing, which is really cool. I love seeing people show little bits of their process like that. But just for the amount of work that went into all of these and seeing how detailed they are and everything else. And I mean, also, I mean, because, oh, Joel did the images on the spine and then the front and the back,
Oh,
like the Roman, like carving looking things,
yes.
with Darrow holding the feet. I was like, oh, really on the spine? I got to look at that every
Yeah.
single day of my life now when it's on my shelf. Great. Love that.
Thanks, Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but just for all of the work that went into it, like I don't know, I feel like it's a pretty reasonable price being, at $100 and that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
just, yeah. And I don't know. And I personally feel like, they probably pay all of their artists, fairly and that sort of thing, especially
They
on like
absolutely do.
big projects like this.
Yeah,
So yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
but
That's kind
yeah.
of their whole
So
shtick is making
mhm.
sure that artists and everyone who works with them gets
Right. Yeah.
paid,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is incredible. So,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
So I don't know.
I'm
I'm
super
very excited
excited.
to see everything. So
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Well, this will come out. We're recording this the Wednesday. It's going to come out Thursday the 19th, and all of the editions go
For
for
Patreon.
sale. For Patreon, they go on sale on the 20th,
Yeah,
right?
20th at noon. 20th at noon Central.
Yeah.
For everybody else,
Sure.
and it's the 19th only for the artist edition pre-order.
Sorry, yes. But yeah, and the artist edition, I believe, is the whole thing is it's not really going to sell out. You have to have time to order it, but it's not like
yeah,
the other
they
ones
said
that
that if
it's
it
going to
gets
kill.
nuts, then they'll have to put a
Yeah.
cap on it, which I totally get. But I'm like,
Mm.
but it's still really, really nice that, once again, they're not saying like there's, you know, 1,500 of these, first come, first serve. Sorry, you're SOL if you don't manage to get one. Like, and I mean, and
Yeah.
that's something that I've appreciated too about every other like special edition that they've released, or even if it's signed or whatever. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of books that not only
Yeah.
they have to
Mhm.
package, but that Pierce has to
Pierce
sign
is
and everything else.
signed.
And I'm like, yeah, and it's just nice
Yeah,
that
his
they're
poor
like, we
hand.
want everybody to get a chance to get these. And I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just nice because I mean it's again for somebody like me who's come into the fandom pretty late. Like I've yet to have a chance to go to a signing or anything like that, or HowlerCon or like whatever else and that sort of thing. So it's nice to have a chance to get some of these things in instances where maybe they've had it in the past or something, or like the Kickstarter that
Yes.
obviously I've missed out on. And now here's a chance for everybody to get it for 3
Yeah.
weeks, which is like a huge window.
Yeah, that's a
huge.
huge pre-order window.
Yeah.
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 So I don't know. I just feel like they really care
Excited.
about the fans when they do stuff like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of heart behind Lit Escalates. I mean,
Mhm.
we're gonna have to put the disclaimer on that obviously Crescent and I work very closely with them as being their moderators on both Hazard Bedlam and in the Patreon. Sometimes
Right.
you're messaging Carl and you might actually be messaging myself or Salem or Crescent. Not usually, but it happens. So we know firsthand on just how much love they have for the fandom, and that this really is a passion of all of theirs. And they all love. We were making today in our just behind the scenes, it's not really going to give you any hints towards anything, but we were making House Pluto jokes with them this afternoon. Like, they are Red Rising
Love
fans. It's not like they just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, like
here's some some friends of Joel. Like, Carl and Emily
Mhm.
love Red Rising. Molly loves Red Rising. Yeah.
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 yeah,
Oh,
they're
while
not
we
just
have a
like, yeah, we
minute,
like it.
Yeah.
can we talk about Carl's like paper cutout Severo? Like, if it had come out several days earlier, I would have cut him out, colored him, and taken me around to Disneyland Paris. But it was like day 2 that I was
I
there, and
know.
I'm like, I don't have a printer anywhere. This is killing me. I'm like, this would have been gold. But
I know.
yeah, I was just like, but he was so just an unhinged little goblin in his drawing, and I loved it very much.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that seeing everybody's photos going around. They were cracking me up.
That was one that he put to our group chat, being like, "Do you think people are gonna like this?" And we're like,
Oh,
yeah.
People are
Fucking
gonna be all in.
absolutely.
Please create
Yeah.
that." Same with the maze, as he messaged us, and he's like, "Do you guys think people like activity sheets?" And we're like, "Yes, people like activity sheets, Carl."
Yeah, for sure.
We're all just giant children at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing
that's
wrong with
great.
that. That's fine.
But yeah,
No, absolutely not.
yeah. Well, everyone go support Lit Escalates. And if you are the one who manages to get the marble inset, one of the 10 of you, please just message us so
Yeah.
we can be your friend and come on and talk to us about it when you get it.
Show
I
it
just
off
wanna
when
Yeah,
you get
see
it.
come
Yeah.
come on video and show it off.
Yeah.
I want high-res detailed photos of it because it looks
Yeah.
It
beautiful.
looks incredible.
I want to know how
It
much it
does.
weighs. Do they have that on the website?
I bet you. Well,
Probably
I don't know.
not.
Probably not. But
I'm gonna bet it's like 30 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm here for it.
yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's nuts. Holy shit. I'm like, but I bet that
That's
will sell
fucking
out
crazy.
day 1.
It
You
will.
know, like, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and even the other editions are very, very nice too. So and
Oh yeah, every single one of them is incredible in its
Yeah.
own way.
I know.
Yeah, I love it. All right, well, I think that's it. Thank you again, Backstitch, for organizing this so last minute. But
Thanks for letting me
incredible.
come
I'm
on
glad
and
we could
gab
do it.
more about pretty art.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Well, you're welcome back anytime. We'll see you in a couple weeks, actually, to
weeks.
talk one of the. I won't give a spoiler in case someone's reading this or watching this and is only Red Rising. You better have read Red Rising after all those spoilers, but
yeah,
you're
that's
doing
true.
you're coming on for a Golden Sun death, and Morning Star death.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So we'll see you. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Yep.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
everybody.
Yep.
Bye.